Hi everyone, welcome back to Tales and Traditions. My name is Miss Emily and I'm so excited to spend this time with you today. I know that Tales and Traditions is looking a little bit differently this year, but we're still going to have fun. So if you're one of our regular students, you know that Miss Amanda and I love to tell stories and talk about history. So I have a craft that's going to help you tell some of your own stories at home. You're going to need a board, a thicker board. So this is a canvas board, chipboard would work. You could use cardboard if you wanted to, but it might bend a little bit. You're going to want a piece of felt that's just as big as your board and covers the whole thing. So I have a 9x12 piece of felt and an 8x10 piece of board. You're gonna want some scrap pieces of felt in whatever colors you like. I have gold and green, felt festive to me. A pen, you need scissors, and some craft glue. You're not going to want to use a glue stick. It's not going to hold everything together as well as you want it to. We're also going to need some handy dandy patterns for some shapes that we're going to be cutting out later. You can also freehand your shapes, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your board and lay it flat, whatever side you want top up. You're going to take your glue and you're going to want to put glue on all of the edges of your board across the top. And you want that glue as close to the edges as possible so that your felt isn't flopping around. You're going to want to lay it flat and flatten out any air bubbles you have. And you're going to flip it over and you're going to put it to the side for a second. So we're going to let our glue dry. And while that is drying, we are going to need our felts, we're going to need our patterns, and we're going to need our scissors, and we're going to need our pen. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut out your pattern of any shapes that you like. I have horses, I have stars, moons, clouds, lots of fun things. And when you cut them out, a lot of them are going to look like this. You see? So then you're going to want to take your piece of felt, you lay it flat, you take one of your shapes, I'm going to use a horse, and you're going to take your scrap pieces of paper and move them out of the way so you can see better. You take your pen, you're going to trace it all on the sides so that it looks like that. And then you can just cut it out, and you have a horse. And you're going to do that with all the shapes that you want to tell your story. This is a good time to start thinking about what you want to say with your board too. So your shapes are cut out, we're going to need our board back. When it's done drying, you're going to take your scissors, you're going to cut all of the excess fabric off on the side. It'll just be easier to play with later. You can also fold it onto the back and glue it down, but that's just more drying time and you want to get to using your shapes back. So now that all your shapes are cut out, you just stick your felt on your felt. I'm going to use a horse here. I like my tree over here. A horse, my tree, and my sun. And you have a storyboard. And you get to tell your own stories at home with some of your leftover felts. Thank you so much for taking part in our craft today. I hope you had fun with it, and I hope you get to tell some wonderful stories. Happy holidays, and we'll see you soon.